What's up, squad? It's your Squid. These guys are my patrons, as you already know. You know what the video's about. Let's just get straight into it. As always, guys, thanks for clicking onto this video and watching it. I can't do what I do without you guys watching what I do, so it's very much appreciated. If this is the first time you've stumbled across me, though, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button either way, and yeah, let's get straight into it. The last video I did on Jeff Gordon, I think it was Jeff Gordon's best moments. Actually, no, it might have been Tiregate or the tire issue, right? That I was looking into. People said, you got to look into the T-Rex. You got to look into the T-Rex. It was a car that was only driven once, right? It was driven in one race, and then they outlawed it because it's because of the finicky, like, oh, is that a rule? Is it not a rule? Sort of stuff. And so yeah, here we are. This video is called Jeff Gordon's T-Rex working in the grey area, and we're going to watch it together.
History, there have been plenty of engineers, mechanics, and downright geniuses who have stretched NASCAR's rulebook. Guys like Smokey Yunick and Junior Johnson, who are almost single-handedly responsible for the rulebook being as thick as it is now. For clarification, I wouldn't classify these men as cheaters. I would go with the word innovators. Were they trying to gain an advantage on their competitors? Yes, but isn't everyone? I'm sure if anyone could find a way to gain an advantage, they would. This leads us to what is known as working in the gray area. And personally, the epitome of working in the gray area is the 1997 Winston, where we would see the now infamous T-Rex take the track.
Good production quality.
While this video's climax is the Winston in 1997, a backstory needs to be given.
Love it when people give context.
In the events leading up to the Winston.
Context is key. No, if you watch my history playlist, right, which again doesn't have as many videos as all the other playlists, but I say in almost every history video I do, right, nothing, not a single thing on the planet exists without the context for its existence. No event happens without reasons in the lead up to it happening. So I like it when somebody explains the context. That's cool.
Climax is the Winston in 1997. A backstory needs to be given. 3 people play a key part in the events leading up to the Winston. The first being Jeff Gordon. Coming off of his first championship in 1995 and a runner-up in 1996, Jeff Gordon would be in the middle of his 3-year dominance of the Winston Cup Series. The second individual of this story is none other than Ray Evernham, a former modified racer turned crew chief. He worked with Alan Kulwicki, but that would only last 6 weeks before Evernham would quit at Daytona. He would then move to Bill Davis Racing, where he would work with Jeff Gordon. He would move to Hendrick Motorsports with Gordon and would become the dominant team of the mid to late 90s. Now, for the third, final, and sometimes forgotten element of the story, Hendrick Motorsports' lead engineer at the time, Rex Stump, the namesake of the T-Rex. According to Ray Evernham, Rick Hendrick gathered all the crew chiefs at Hendrick Motorsports. He then
I thought the big fuck-off dinosaur on the front of it was, but never mind.
Pitched the idea for
the more you know
to give input on a prototype race car. They would give their ideas to Rex Stump, and hopefully the ultimate race car would be built. They went page by page per the rulebook, building it the proper way. At a test session, they pulled out T-Rex after Gordon made a run with his regular car. To the disappointment of many, T-Rex was 3/10 off the pace. But Gordon said that something was there, so Ray went to work. Ray had the idea of putting a crazy setup in it, so he went to Rex and discussed his idea. For that time, it was virtually unheard of to put softer front springs, stiffer rear springs, a bigger sway bar, and raising the floor pan on the car. After making the changes, Jeff went out to make laps. Ray clicked his stopwatch, and it looked like it was a 10th faster. Ray immediately got pats on the back. Why? Well, Ray wasn't looking at the full time. It wasn't just a 10th faster, it was a full second and a 10th faster.
Wow. Alright.
As to why this car was so special and iconic was that everything was raised, so when the car landed in the middle of the corner, it created a negative pressure. gaining all possible aero benefits. If you're familiar with ground effects, you get the idea.
Yeah, fair enough.
On the night of the Winston, Gordon started 19th after sliding through his pit box during qualifying. With 17 to go in the first segment,
11.
Jeff was charging to the front. And well, I'll let Buddy Baker tell you.
You're riding with the rocket ship right now. Jeff Gordon has taken 4th place now. He is really getting around you.
Gordon would finish 3rd in the first 30 lap
Riding
segment.
a rocket ship.
After the field invert, he would restart 16th for the second 30 lap segment. Within 9 laps, Gordon had made it up to 7th.
Wow.
12 laps, he had moved up to 5th. Gordon would finish the second segment in 4th, where he would restart for the final segment. The Labonte brothers would lock up the front row for the final segment. After a spin off the nose of Mark Martin's car in the first segment, Bobby Labonte won the second segment, with Terry finishing 2nd. The second row would be Ricky Craven on the inside in 3rd, an impressive showing in his first Winston.
Good on
On the
you.
outside in 4th would be Jeff Gordon. The final segment would be a 10-lap sprint to the finish. No give, all take. Heading into turn 3, Gordon muscled around the outside of Craven and Bobby Labonte. Now, only Texas Terry was in front. On the second lap of the final segment, Gordon was at his bumper coming off of turn 2.
Wow, he's just faster than him.
Low and momentarily grabbed the lead, but lost it heading into turn 3. He then passed Terry with ease off of 4 and never looked back. Bobby passed his brother coming to 4 to go, hoping to take the fight to Gordon and T-Rex, but it wouldn't be enough. Gordon ran off and left the Labonte brothers and would take the checkered flag and $207,500.
Good on him.
With the success of T-Rex, Stump wonders if it would have been better had nobody said anything about the car being different. But honestly, I don't blame him for taking pride in their work. It's a wonderful piece of engineering. Unfortunately, that would be the downfall of T-Rex. NASCAR and fellow teams had them on the radar. So much attention was drawn to the car. People would look under it whenever they would take the wheels off of it. Rick Hendrick would go on to say, quote, "I had a feeling, and when the race was over, I kind of knew there would be some moaning." Well, he was right. The other car owners were not happy, stating, quote, "We'll have to build all new cars. And, as Ray Evernham said, it's easier to kill Frankenstein than it is to figure out how to get along with him." Now, as I'm saying this, you're probably thinking, if T-Rex had this much of an advantage, why did they let it race? Furthermore, why did Gordon's victory stand, then NASCAR ordered them to not bring it back? Well, every detail had been adjusted, but none of it was illegal. So they let them race, then they got to work on the rulebook. As victory lane photos were taking place, Ray Evernham got word that Mr. France wanted to see him. As the story goes, Bill France Jr. told Evernham, "You need to pick up that phone right there, call your boss, and tell him that car is illegal." Ray, in shock, pleaded, "What? No, it passed inspection. No, sir. We built that car by the rules.
Yeah.
It's 100% legal by the rule book." Mr. France took a drag off his cigarette and simply stated, "It won't be tomorrow."
Wow.
Stump said that they had asked them to simply tell them what was wrong with it. That was probably their biggest mistake, because they then spent their time checking every detail of the car. According to Rex, NASCAR added at least a half a dozen rules to specifically address T-Rex. Many stories say that T-Rex was turned into a show car after that. In reality, it was used again in the 1997 Brickyard 400, where Gordon finished 4th. In its original form, it was undefeated, but after they made the changes to comply with the new rules, it got beat. Gary Nelson,
That's a joke.
who was the head official at the time, does see value in the car, stating a quote from Oliver Wendell Holmes reading, "The mind, once expanded to the dimensions of larger ideas, never returns to its original size." Today,
poignant.
T-Rex sits on display at the Hendrick Motorsports Museum, a reminder of an engineering marvel way ahead of its time.
That's
And
dope.
that pretty much covers the story of T-Rex. I hope you all have enjoyed. Leave a like and...
Thanks, mate. Yeah,
let me know
go
what
and
you
check
think.
out his video if you
I'm
want.
hoping to do more videos like this in the future, so subscribe so you don't miss out. And with that, I'll end it here. I'm Jesse King, and I'll see y'all around.
Thanks, Jesse. I liked that. That was good.
Jeff Gordon.
Still a minute to go. Let's see how we finish the video. After to the 97 Winston, Jeff Gordon would win 70 more races in the 97, 98 and 2001 Winston Cup Series championships.
Said it was a big deal bringing that brand new car to Charlotte for the Winston. Sure, you're not being cut. Congratulations. I didn't say it was a gamble, but, you know, congratulations. Everybody did a great job.
Ray Everham would leave Hendrick Motorsports in 2001 to form Everham Motorsports. He's currently a consultant.
I tell you what, we're going to name this the T-Rex mobile right here because Rex Dunn and all the guys in the R&D department built this chassis. We're going to name it after him.
Nice. Rex Stunt remained at Hendrick Motorsports until late 2014, where he moved to Stuart Haas Racing as the organisation's technical director. Jesse King, check his Twitter out and all that jazz. That's cool. I like that. That was good. I enjoyed that. I feel like I know more about the sport now as well, you know what I mean? So every suggestion you guys give me to watch, I learn a little bit more as well. I'll have to check out the Tyre Wars relatively soon, I think. But yeah, no, that's cool. That was really cool. Interesting that it's called the T-Rex after old mate Rex and not the big fuck off Jurassic Park thing on the front. That was my mistake, I guess. But yeah, no, that was cool. I enjoyed that. These guys are my patrons. Please consider turning some of your money into my money on a monthly basis like they do. Your name will go on that graphic and everything will be sick. So yeah, I'm going to keep recording. This was amazing. This was pretty fun. I now know more, which is good. I'll see you guys when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks for watching.